but I actually work for a contract company that provides the air traffic control services at this airport.
Oh, okay, okay. And yeah, what happened here? It seems like you had a choking coworker and you saved him with the Heimlich maneuver. Is that right?
Yeah, it was. I think it'd be something anyone else would do if they were in that same situation. But I had just come on to shift. I took over the controlling duties. He had stepped to the back of the tower cab to eat his lunch, and I was in the middle of talking to an aircraft that was taxiing on the ground, and he indicated that he started choking. I could see kind of coughing, and then he started pointing at his throat. So I turned him around and gave him the Heimlich maneuver. It seemed to dislodge it because he could breathe. I could hear him breathing, and he started talking. And then, so I went back to talking to the planes for a few seconds to let him know something was happening, that I needed to kind of stop the traffic for a minute. And that's when he started choking again. It relodged itself, so I did it again. He started talking and breathing and said, you need to contact declare an emergency for us. So I did that from the tower, got the emergency services rolling over to the airport. They're right by the tower, so it only took maybe 2 minutes for them to get there. As he ran to the downstairs, and then I kept on working. It was pretty fast. It happened within maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
Wow. And now, where did you learn the Heimlich? I learned it from taking a first aid class, but where did you learn it from?
A first aid class. I'm a foster parent, so we have to take that yearly.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. And being recognized for that. Well, first of all, doing air traffic control while doing this, it just seems like, that's high pressure as it is, but you know, having.
It was pretty slow that day. It was pretty slow. I only had a few aircraft on the ground that were actually taxiing out for departure. But it was, luckily I was able to just tell them, we have a medical emergency in the tower, just hold your position, let me work this real quick, and then once it was done, I just continued doing the controlling. So they just continued. It only was a short delay for them. And then the coworker ran down the steps because he just needed to have somebody take a look at him because apparently his oxygen was low, because he had not breathed for a little bit. So.
And to be recognized like this, to receive any kind of, a lot of people, they'll go their whole lives without receiving any kind of recognition, but to receive this, especially after saving a coworker's life, what's that like for you?
Well, it was, to be honest, I was a little embarrassed at first. I'm not good in front of crowds. And they had surprised me with it. I'm just glad somebody was there for him up in the tower, because it could have been dangerous if he was by himself or nobody was there around him. And I'm thankful that they recognized me, but like I told everybody, I said I don't feel like I needed it because I just did what anybody else would have done in that situation. It happened so quickly, there was really no thinking about it.
All right. Well, no. We just wanted to do a quick write-up, and like I said, I appreciate your time. Is there anything you'd like to add? Anything at all?
I appreciate you for taking the time to talk to me.
Oh, one more thing. What you end up doing? Did you end up going to school for air traffic control? Kind of. How'd you get there from Cameron High School?
Well, after high school, when I was 21, it was a few years after high school. I had went to the Air Force, served in the Air Force, and then I was an air traffic controller there, traveling. I went all over the world with them, and then I got a job in 2008 with the current company I work for now. I did some overseas work for them, and then did the domestic side of things starting in 2010. And I've been here at this airport for almost 11 years now.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's right. I can't believe that. Okay, you say 2010, you're like, oh yeah, and then you're like, oh no, that was 10 years ago. So.
Yeah, I know. It's such a long time ago.
Well, no, that's all I got. And like I said, I'll get a quick write-up in there and Hey, congratulations. Like I said, that's awesome. It's great to talk to someone who saved somebody's life like that. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
All right. Hey, you have a good one.
All right. You too.